Recess Podcast. I'm your host, Donna Sneed. One of the things I've noticed over the years is that we all get caught up in the stuff of life. And sometimes it becomes difficult to slow the roll. I wanted to share snippets of encouragement to you as you maneuver through the busyness of family, business, ministry, and life in general. So I launched the Recess Podcast as a reminder for you and me to take a break, sit back a little, and simply breathe. You know you were not created to work 24/7, 365. So in order for you to be more impactful in whatever circles of influence you have, you must take a recess. It's necessary for your very life. So grab a cup of your favorite beverage, a notepad, and a pen. Come on, let's recess together. Oh my goodness. What's up, believer? How are you? It's your girl. I am Dee Sneed. And I just decided that I was going to come on live and just have a brief conversation. You know, I was sitting here thinking about some things, and I am so pumped right about now. I know it doesn't sound like it. I feel like I sound like I'm way too calm, but I'm trying to keep it on the low so that I can get everything that I'm thinking about out. You know, I want to encourage you tonight. To go forth. Simple, right? Simple, right? Sounds like it's simple. And I realize that sometimes it seems harder than what it sounds like. But listen, believer, listen, believer. I want you to know that you are already empowered to go forth. What are you waiting on? What's the holdup? You simply cannot afford to waste any more time. You simply cannot afford to take your own sweet time. You know as well as I do, at least I know, that I cannot afford to waste any more time. I've proven to myself over and over, and did I say over and over again, that if I wait on me, if I wait on things to line up and be perfect, because you know how it is. Sometimes we just want things to be perfect. But I do realize that if I wait on things to line up, the moon to turn blue, I will never flow and function in the divine purpose for which I am created. That's why I wanted to pop on tonight, because listen, we often wait on other people to give us the go ahead, to give us the push. And sometimes that is not going to come the way you want. There are even people who do not intend to do the right thing by you. And dear heart, can I just tell you something? Those same people will not. Instead, there are people, there are situations that will lead you totally and completely away from your divine purpose and what you were created to do. There are enemies. I know you don't like to hear this, but there are enemies who will seriously strategize, plot, and plan how to kill your dreams. And can I tell you something? That sometimes we are responsible for sabotaging our own dreams. But one thing that I do know is that wisdom, true wisdom, will make you skillful. Yeah, it'll give you the skills that you need to do what you're supposed to do. Your gifts, they have been percolating on the inside of you. You know I'm telling the truth. I know because I feel it myself. And I know for sure, and I'm certain that I'm not the only one. Your gifts will make room for you. Do not waste another minute trying to reach out for approval. You already have it. Yeah. You believe it. You've already been approved. You've already gotten the authority. And if you're not absolutely sure which way to go, what direction to walk in, what to put your hands to, you've got so many things stirring around in your mind because you're just that creative. Prayer is not just your next move, but your only move. And guess what? We don't just go forth just doing anything and doing it any kind of way, but we go forth with excellence. Yeah, go forth with excellence. No excuses this time. No, not this time. See, you did that last year. You did that 5 years ago. Yeah, you excuse yourself. Yeah. No excuses this time, believer. Someone's next step depends on yours right now. It's time to go forth. You're listening to your girl, I am Donna Sneed. This is the Recess Podcast. That's the whole point. It's to cause you to sit back and relax and think about your next step, your next move. Yeah. Put your hands to the plow and go forth in that thing that God has been leading you to. He's been stirring it up on the inside of you. Yeah, it's time to do it. We go forth. You go forth with excellence. Let your speech be excellence. Let your spirit go forth with the excellent spirit. Can I tell you something? That when you go forth with an excellent spirit, you can be dependent upon. People look to you because you are the SME, the subject matter expert. Yeah. Can I tell you that God will equip you, and that, let me just take it a little further. He has equipped you, and you are the subject matter expert because you have Him on the inside of you. Yeah, your character, you've been throughout this pandemic, God has been building your character. He's been building you and making you trustworthy. It's time to go forth. And we don't go forth just any kind of way, all haphazardly, but we go forth with excellence. Yes, stay on the path though. Can I tell you this? That there will come a time on this path, of your going forward, that you're going to have to fight, taking that stance that I will not take down. I will not be moved. Stay on the path. No sidestepping. Because you know as well as I do that when you look to your left and when you look to your right, you'll see all types of things and stuff that are there to vie for your attention. There are all types of voices, speaking spirits, and all types of situations. Look, they look good, but they're not good. Can I tell you? Go forth. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to get up. It's obvious that you can be trusted with it because you can't shake it, right? Oh, I know the feeling. You cannot shake what you've been dreaming about. You know why? Because now is the time for you to go forth in it. That's why it won't let you go. You tried it. You thought, okay, if I just back up because, life is happening to me. Okay, yeah. You thought if you just backed up that it would not, haunt you, that it would not come back. But can I tell you something? That the gift that is on the inside of you is ready to come forth. It's ready. Yeah. And when you are enticed to do something, here's a point. Check this out. When you are enticed to do something that is in opposition to the will of God for your life, God will give you the wisdom to just say no. Yeah. Just say no. He'll give you the wisdom to just say no. He'll give you the boldness to just say no. Yeah, say no to those things that will lead you down a path that you will not be able to get out by yourself. You've done that one before, right? I know I have. It's time to go forth. It's recess time. I'm telling you, it's recess time. Now is the time to do a self-check. Yeah, check my attitude. Okay. You can be trusted. Yeah, some of you listening might even be a little bit nervous. I get that because I've been there before. I've been right there before, but God, He always sends help. You know why? Because He's a very present help in the time of need and in trouble. So it's time to go forth. I'm your girl, Donna Sneed. Let's get up and let's go. We don't have time to sit by the wayside and wonder and ponder and try to figure out and whine and cry. You've been equipped, my friend. Don't waste another minute. Don't waste any more time. Yeah, trying to figure it out. It's already done. Some of you have already put your pen to paper. Some of you, oh my goodness, if you are like someone else that I know, all you have to do is think a thing and you are ready to go. It's just that you've just been fearful. But tonight we are loosed from fear. We are loosed tonight from doubt. Yeah, we're moving forth in the spirit of excellence. We're moving forth in our gifts. We're putting our hands to the plow tonight, and we're not looking back. Go forth in the spirit of excellence, my friend. Somebody's waiting on you. Have you ever noticed this thing? You know, every now and then you run into people, and it seems like on those days when you're not feeling so good, you tend to run into someone else who's in matter of fact, it looks like sometimes they may be feeling worse than you. But can I tell you that that's a setup? Can I tell you that that is a setup? That God uses those moments to try your faith. Yeah. It's recess time. You're listening to your girl. I am Donna Sneed, and I'm here to push you and encourage you and tell you to get up, dust yourself off. No more wasting time. What are you waiting on? Who are you waiting on? Yeah. Let's go. You're not in it alone. Can I tell you that? You're not in it alone. It's time to get up. It's time to grow up. And it's time to bloom. God has given you all that you need. As a matter of fact, He knew a long time ago that you were imperfect. But guess what? You're still loved by Him. And He's not an Indian giver. God's not an Indian giver. He has given you a gift that the world needs. And it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to get up, get ready, and be that blessing that somebody else is waiting on. You'll feel better. Yeah, I know it's not about a feeling. It's about faith. We walk by faith and not by how we feel. We walk by faith and not by what we see. Yeah. Go forth. Oh, I wish I could just stand right there next to you and shake you so you will get it. It's time to get up and go. Let's go. All right. You're listening to your girl. I am Donna Sneed. I want to hear what you've gone forth and done in the name of the Lord. The world is waiting on you to make that great impact. Don't stop yourself from being great. The Recess Podcast is recorded and hosted by me. I am Donna Sneed. The amazing musical sound is created and produced by Caleb Pettigrew, CEO of Billion Mindset Production. You can find upcoming episodes of the Recess Podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spreaker.com, and Apple Podcasts.